Hello everyone, now I am going to talk about the concept of depression and some of the antidepressant drugs. Epidemiology of depression. So it is the second most common psychiatric disorder according to WHO, and it is the primary most common psychiatric disorder in India according to NIMHANS 2016 data, excluding the tobacco use disorder. And coming to daily, that is disability adjusted life year, is number of days the person will lose with a particular disease. It is second most lost in depression. Depression can be broadly classified into unipolar and bipolar. So under unipolar depression, the first one is reactive depression, which is caused because of a stressful life events. And coming to endogenous depression, which is caused because of the abnormality or reduction in the levels of neurochemicals which are present in the brain, especially whenever there is a reduction in the monoamine according to monoamine hypothesis. So whenever there is a reduction in the monoamines, just like 5-hydroxytryptophan, that is serotonin, norepinephrine and dopamine, will leads to depression. Next, coming to bipolar disorder. So bipolar disorder is a condition characterized by both the episodes of both mania as well as depression. So mania is the high elevated levels of mood and depression is the reduced levels of mood. And coming to types of bipolar disorder, so bipolar disorder type 1, which includes mania as a primary criteria. So mania along with any levels of depression compared as a type 1 bipolar disorder, and hypomania along with any levels of depression can be taken as a type 2 bipolar disorder. Symptoms can be remembered as a mnemonic called as SIGE caps. So S for sadness, I for loss of interest, G for guilt, E for energy or fatigue, C for concentration loss or cognition loss, A for appetite loss, T for psychomotor agitation, and S for suicidal tendency. Coming to pharmacology of antidepressant drugs. So in the normal physiology, in the serotonergic nerves, the tryptophan will be converted into 5-hydroxytryptophan, and then it will be collected in the vesicle, that is serotonin. And then coming to the same thing with the norepinephrine. So the tyrosine will be converted into norepinephrine and gets collected in the vesicle, and whenever there is an impulse, the stored serotonin as well as norepinephrine will be released. So once there is an impulse will get over, the remaining serotonin and norepinephrine will be taken back into the nerve ending through a serotonin and norepinephrine reuptake channels. So once the serotonin and norepinephrine will be taken back through the channels, that is reuptake channels, the enzyme called as monoamine oxidase will oxidize the catecholamines. It digests or it catabolizes the catecholamines. Coming to the classification of antidepressant drugs, the first one is selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, short form is SSRIs, and selective non-epinephrine reuptake inhibitors, that is SNRIs, tricyclic antidepressants, monoamine oxidase inhibitors, and atypical antidepressants. The first class of drugs are selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors. So as shown in the diagram, the SSRIs will block the selective serotonin reuptake channels. So whenever the reuptake channels are blocked, the serotonin will not be taken back into the nerve ending. Hence, the amount of serotonin in the synapse will increase. Hence, whenever the serotonin levels increases, it leads to reduced anxietic as well as depressive episodes. The example includes fluoxetine, paroxetine, fluoxamine, and citalopram. The next group of drugs are serotonin and norepinephrine reuptake inhibitors, that is SNRIs. So SNRIs will block the reuptake channels of both serotonin as well as norepinephrine. So when these channels are blocked, both the serotonin and norepinephrine levels increases in the synapse and hence leading to reduced depression. And the example includes venlafaxine, duloxetine, milnacipran and levomilnacipran. The next group of drugs are tricyclic antidepressants. So tricyclic antidepressants will block the serotonin, norepinephrine reuptake channels. Along with that, it also blocks the muscarinic receptor, histamine receptor and also alpha receptors. Hence, the side effects associated with the tricyclic antidepressants will be more compared to other group of antidepressant drugs. The example includes amitriptyline, nortriptyline, imipramine and clomipramine. The next group of drugs are monoamine oxidase inhibitors. So whenever we administer monoamine oxidase inhibitor, it blocks the activity of monoamine oxidase enzyme. So monoamine oxidase will catabolize the catecholamines. So especially there are two types of monoamine oxidase, the monoamine oxidase A and monoamine oxidase B. So monoamine oxidase A will catabolize all the catecholamines except dopamine, and monoamine oxidase B will catabolize the dopamine. So whenever we administer these drugs, the levels of catecholamine increases and then the monoamine quantity increases in the synapse. Very importantly, whenever we administer the monoamine oxidase inhibitor drugs, so it also blocks the activity of monoamine oxidase which is present in the normal gut flora. Hence, the monoamine oxidase will not break down some of the proteins like thyramine which is taken in the normal diet. Hence, whenever we administer these sort of drugs, the thyramine rich foods should be avoided, or else it may lead to build-up of thyramine in the body, in the gut, which may lead to hypertensive crisis. Sometimes it may lead to stroke. Coming to Ayurvedic concept of depression. So Avasada and Vishada are the two main diseases which is mentioned in the Ayurvedic text which are closely related to depression. So Avasada is more of the Kapha predominant, and Vishada is one of the Vata Jananatmaka Vikara which is more of the Vata predominant. Coming to the action of Brahmi. So Brahmi is considered as a very good antidepressant drug, so which shows the antidepressant activity which is similar to that of serotonin and non-epinephrine reuptake inhibition. Jatamansi, which is Nardostatis jatamamsi, is a very good antidepressive drug which shows a effect which is similar to that of monoamine oxidase inhibition, and also which improves the levels of catecholamines in the body. And the antioxidant activity of Jatamansi can also be a reason for the antidepressive activity. Shatavari, which is Asparagus racemosa. So the ethanol extract of Asparagus racemosa is also has shown a very good monoamine oxidase inhibitor activity which inhibits both monoamine A and monoamine B. So and hence it is considered as a very good antidepressive drug. Daru Haridra, which is Berberis aristata. So the berberin, which is an alkaloid which is extracted from the Berberis aristata, has also shown a similar monoamine oxidase inhibition activity, and also it is helpful in blocking the non-epinephrine and serotonin reuptake inhibitors. And the compound formulations like Saraswata Churna has also shown a very good antidepressive activity, and the effect of Saraswata Churna is been likely to be considered with the serotonin as well as monoamine oxidase inhibition. Mamsyadi Kwata, so which includes the very three important ingredients, that is Jatamamsi, Ashwagandha as well as Parasika Yavani in the ratio of 8:4:1, has also shown a very good antidepressive activity, and its antidepressive activity can be correlated with the serotonin reuptake inhibitors as well as MAO inhibition. Thanks for watching.